Radio. Yo, what it is, world? It's your boy Jay Newz, and you are now tuned in to Not Rated Radio, the coolest, dopest online podcast in the world. And today, we have a very special adult entertainer on the show today, /Zoom chat. I would like to introduce the beautiful and talented Arietta Adams, baby. How you doing, girl?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem. You said what?
I said, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I like your eyelashes you got going on there. couldn't see those at first. Okay, that's cool.
Thank you. I got them off Amazon.
There you go. Hey, there ain't no wrong with Amazon. I fuck with Amazon too. You heard?
Yeah, I love Amazon.
Nah, for sure. No, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for coming on. And how we get this started is by letting all of our fan supporters get a brief summary on who you are from the start of your career to where you are now.
Okay, well, I'm Arietta Adams. You can call me Ari. And I started in the adult industry in 2018. So I'm coming up technically on my 4th year in the adult industry, which is super cool. But I'm not even gonna lie, like COVID hit and I just was going through something that I don't really want to speak about, you know? But yeah, I took like a year off of shooting like mainstream porn. But I just recently signed with Hussy as of the end of March, and I'm back at it. And in my break, in between everything COVID life shit, I started making music as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we definitely want to talk about that because I see that in the notes. I see that in the notes right here. But I hear you, girl. Sometimes you got to take a break from things and just get your mind right, get it back in order again. I hear that. Now talk a little bit about what made you get into porn? Like, how did you get started with all that?
I mean, honestly, growing up, I just kind of figured I would be a stripper. Like, I never really saw anything wrong with it, but I just never really was like, yeah, I want to be a doctor, like something I have to go to college for forever, because, like, that just never sounded fun to me. So I graduated high school or whatever, and I was super into the underground music scene of like Florida, and I just was hanging around South Florida a lot, and I just ended up networking with a porn star, and I just came down and moved to Miami and started doing porn.
Just like that. Okay, I dig that. She's like, you know what? I just met my connections. They said what they needed to tell me, and it worked out like that. Oh, there you go. I was going to say, you cut off again.
But so sorry. People keep calling me.
It's all good. You must be blowing up. The hotline ringing.
No, not even. I've been getting so many like robocalls recently, but I've also had the same phone number since I've pretty much had a phone. So that's probably my fault.
Oh, no. It's all good. It's all good. Now, step back into it. So are you originally from the Florida area, or where are you actually from?
I was born in North Carolina, but I did grow up in Central Florida in a town called Lakeland.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I moved to Miami at the start of my porn career, but then I moved to Broward, and I've been in Broward ever since.
You like it out there?
Yeah, it's really beautiful, and it's quiet.
For the most part. I dig it. All right. Well, when it comes to, the porn and, adult entertainment scene, what type of categories do you like performing in? And when you answer that question, after that question, answer which type of companies you like to work with as well.
Honestly, I can't even lie. My favorite type of days are gonzo days. Like, the acting in scenarios is really fun, but I just think it's also really fun to get dressed up in like super hot lingerie and then just get like fucked, and you don't gotta worry about like being a certain way and like doing stuff like that. I think it's really fun. It's very straight to the point, never too many takes and stuff like that, but acting is fun. And I would say my favorite companies that I've worked for, definitely Bang Bros. They're like really funny. I really like Team Skeet. They normally have like super fast days and are quick to the point with like their scenarios and stuff. And I like Reality Kings a lot too. That's a lot of acting, but it's also like fun.
It's also fun. That all sounds dope.
I would say, I think my scenes for Mike Adriano are probably my favorite, like overall. just because it's like it's super hot and looby and like oily and sloppy and like cute lingerie.
Okay. Okay, I can dig that. I definitely have to check that out. So make sure y'all go check out all the stuff she's talking about. It sounds like a vibe. It sounds like it's wet and wild, you heard? But stepping forward along with it, let's talk a little bit about your music now, because it says in the notes that you're an artist as well and an adult entertainer. So tell me how that crosses and how that's all about for you.
Music is something I've always been really passionate about. Like, I know how to play guitar and like fun stuff like that, you know, but I just never really took it seriously because I just treated it more as a hobby. But definitely when COVID hit and I had a lot more free time, I went to the studio for the first time and I really just fell in love with it. And I only have 3 songs out, not even gonna lie. I'm taking my time with what I drop and stuff like that, but it is something I really do enjoy working on. And I've done a fair amount of shows in Florida and I've done some in Atlanta too. And it's just so exhilarating and fun and just like one of a kind experiences, like being in the music industry. I really love it.
Hey, well, take us down a little memory road on the process when it comes to making music. Are you a type of person that writes music, or are you the type of person that gets in the studio and just goes off the feeling, or how does that come about?
It depends. I'm not the best at being prepared for shit. So 9 times out of 10, I'll book like a super long studio session and I just go and pick out beats there and write music there. But on a good day, I'll stay home and pick out what I want to do in the studio and like just sit and write songs and come to the studio ready. That's like way more efficient. But
Okay.
I never do that. I just like being in the studio making music. It's like the atmosphere, I guess.
Yeah, the vibe. I hear you.
But I also write a lot of music in my car.
Say it one more time.
I write a lot of music in my car.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the best inspiration and vibe right there.
Yeah, definitely. I have little concerts in my car, and my windows are not tinted, so
everybody's seeing.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. Now, is there any single that you're pushing right now, or are you just pushing all 3 singles that's out?
I'm pushing my last 2 singles more so than Where the Rocks Be, because I just, it was not a great time with the management I was fucking with at the time. But now I have great music management and I'm currently working on an EP.
All right. Do you get the fans and supporters the names of the tracks so they can check it out? Are there any music videos to them, or what's going on with that?
I have a music video for Nothing Is Forever. It's my first music video ever, and it was super fun to make. So definitely they should check that out if they're into that. And the song 3 a.m. I have out is probably my favorite one I've ever dropped.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely check that out.
I was working on EP.
Yeah, you say you had a EP in the process you could talk about.
Okay. Yeah. It's not going to be a huge EP. It's going to be like 5 or 6 songs, but definitely I'm going to be dropping merch with that and dropping way more music videos for that.
EP. Okay. Yeah. Now, what is necessarily your sound, since you are an adult entertainer and you picked up the music career again? What type of sound are you bringing to the table?
I would say I'm pretty versatile.
Okay.
Recently, I've enjoyed making a lot more like alternative music, but I also really do enjoy like mixing genres. Like in my 3 a.m. song, like I feel like it's kind of like trappy, hip hoppy, but also alternative at the same time, and I like that. I couldn't even like put it into a genre, honestly, because I make all types of music. I have so much music that I just don't have out. I have like stuff from like rapping to like pop music to like rock songs.
And what is your stage name? Are you going with the same stage name, or are you switching it up?
I just go by Ari.
Ari, got you. Okay, I like that. So make sure y'all check Ari out on the web with that heat. You know what I'm saying? She said she got a little versatile style about her. You know, you never know what you're going to get. You just need to tune the fuck in. You heard? So with that going in, with a little plug on the music, let's step back into the adult entertainment. Now, with that, you talked about, your EP that was dropping for the music. What do you have coming forth for the porn side?
Well, I signed with an amazing PR agent. Shout out to the Rub PR. She's amazing. Got me she's amazing. And I just signed with Hussy, which is super lit. Riley has been working my little butt off. So I definitely have lots of shoots coming up, and I try to do as much content as I can to like keep it up. One of my goals for this year is I want to shoot with as many hot redhead girls there are, like just everybody.
That's your thing.
Yeah, like I'm a ginger, you know, but like yeah, I would do it.
Nah, that would be dope.
Like a ginger army.
A ginger army. All
Redhead.
right.
It's okay. It can be all shades of red.
All shades of red. You heard that, y'all. So if y'all want to get into the ginger Ari, I said ginger Ari, ginger army, then you need to holler at Ari. You heard? That's the way we gotta keep it going and keep it focused on. But I like that. That would be dope, actually. You know, I never seen that before. It's all ginger women.
Yeah, my roommate just did something recently. I'll do a little plug in. It was like called the Thought Mansion, and it was a bunch of super hot alternative tatted chicks, and they like did some content trade. And I've never gotten with a group of girls and did a bunch of content trade, so I feel like a bunch of redheads would be super hot.
Oh yeah,
definitely something I want to do, but also shoot a lot of mainstream porn too because it's fun.
Okay. Now take us a little step further into what the day of Ari is like when it comes to shooting porn.
Normally, well, when I shoot porn, I find out my call time from the day before, and I like to be super clean before set because you're about to like fuck somebody, you know? Yeah. So I always like shower and shave and shit the night before, but then just to make everything ready, get my skin prepared and shit like that, skincare on, and then the day of, I wake up and I shower again, and I like make sure I'm like extra clean, coochie clean, everything, you know? Not that I would be dirty, but extra, you know? Because I don't want to be gross for my partners. I want to like smell good and stuff. And then definitely brush the fuck out of my teeth. Not like I didn't do that the night before, but definitely hygiene before set. And then I would pack my bag. And sometimes I eat before set, but sometimes I just don't really eat because if I'm going to be sucking dick and stuff, I don't want to like be like, bleh, you know? So I just try to drink a lot of water so I'm hydrated and I can be sloppy and stuff. And I just take my little self to set wherever it is, and then you get your makeup done, and then you do paperwork, and then you check out outfits, and then you do the scene. And then you get paid, and then you go home. And then normally when I get home, I smoke a fat blunt. And eat a giant meal.
What type of weed you smoking on? You sativa, hybrid, or indica?
Honestly, I don't believe in that. I just smoke on whatever's good for my plug. I don't know. I don't really believe in like weed names, and if it's like indica or sativa, and I feel like if people tell you that they're getting a different high off of it, they're not. It's placebo. Like there's good weed and bad weed, but also I don't really like all that naming and shit is bullshit.
You just go to it, just like if it's getting me high, tastes good, feel good, then I'm with it.
Yeah, like I have names. Like my plug gives me names, but I don't care, you know.
Yeah, it is. Just like I need the smoke, dog. You got it. All right, bet. Pretty much. Okay. Well, so that's typical, you know, on the set for you. What's your story, or do you have any stories that you had like a weird encounter on set? Like, damn, this is fucking weird / funny, not like creepy, but I don't know, maybe more so. I don't know. Tell me.
PTSD. No, I've definitely had some creepy experiences on set with some people, but I don't even want to get into that. Fuck them. I don't like to speak negatively, but like, I don't know. Lots of times that can be funny. Like it's hard to pinpoint stuff because I feel like it's different every day. Like you're fucking as a job. Like it's professional, but also like it can be funny sometimes.
But you ain't never had to dress up or nothing, or anybody dressed up on you,
like
or
that. Okay, I would say probably like the weirdest, funniest scene I've ever done was for Bang Bros, and we did like a Tekashi 6ix9ine scene. But the story didn't make any sense, but it was funny. I was like fucking 6ix9ine because he was trying to snitch on me for watching porn.
Interesting. Okay. This should definitely go. Yeah, that's definitely an interesting one. Okay, so with that being that, have you had what was some of your encounters that you'd be like, oh, this is dope. Like I'm working with so and so. We're out in this area shooting the scenery. What's a positive on the porn side of things?
I just think it's so dope to come to set and like you work with like a super beautiful woman or something, or like the dude's really nice. It's always nice when the dude is like respectful and not like too in your face. I feel like I appreciate that a lot. I've worked with a lot of people, but I would say working with the bad bitches definitely stuck the most. They're always so fun. The scene I did a scene recently for Brazzers, and it was just fun. We were like hanging out all day. They feed you on set now. I found that out after taking a break from porn. That's probably the most lit thing. They feed you now.
Did they used to feed you back in the day?
No.
Damn, I did not.
What? They feed you?
Did not know that. I thought it was like you came on set, you had a little food table over here, little drinks on the side, little makeup chairs in the back. You just come to set sometimes, and it was just like, all right, you ready?
Yeah, and they'd be like, no, you ate? I don't care. Time to get fucked. Like,
oh, shit.
Just kidding. It's not that intense. Most producers and shit are actually really fucking nice, but, they usually not feed you.
Okay, well, mental note, y'all. If y'all was ever thinking about getting into the porn industry, just know that some sets may not feed you,
Yeah, bring snacks.
Bring snacks for sure. No, bring snacks for sure. Okay, well now wrapping up on this interview, he's got a couple more questions for you. When it comes to the adult entertainment, who would you say that your favorite male performers to work with?
Definitely some of my favorite male performers to work with. Out of like everybody, I would say I like Rob Piper. He's really nice. I like Isaiah Maxwell. He's super nice. I really like J Mac. He's amazing. And Mike Adriano is super amazing. And Mick Blue has a really good dick for anal. I only worked with him a couple times, but like that stuck with me. Like he has a great anal dick. And I think Damien Daysky is a really good male performer. He's like super new, but I've worked with him a good amount of times, and definitely good.
Yeah, you got a list of them. Like next person, that person, that person. That's what it is.
I know. I could speak highly of a lot of porn stars. They're pretty chill people.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. I've seen a lot. I interview a lot, so I'm just like, okay, everybody got the little chill vibe. Everybody like to smoke weed and just kick it, So that's definitely a plug on things. Well, baby girl, wrapping up this interview, I just wanted to ask one last question, and my last question is for anybody that's looking to get into the adult entertainment business side of things, or just being an adult entertainer. What is some advice that you came across or encountered that you could shed light on?
I would say. There's so much advice that I could give. Like, if you want to go into the mainstream world, I would say find a good agent that you really like and don't let anybody pressure you into anything that you don't want to do. But I would also have advice for people if they don't necessarily want to go into mainstream porn and shoot for companies and have an agent and stuff like that. There's also ways you can just be a content creator. And for that, my advice would be just make all your accounts very separate from your personal accounts. And just like create an alias and find your niche where you want to be.
Find your niche, y'all. You heard her, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you, Ari, for hopping on, chopping up with us, getting a little insight of who you are with the music, with the adult entertainment, and everybody over here at Not Rated Radio, fans, supporters, going to tap in with her, run them views up, get acquainted with her. She's a very, very cool individual right here. So until next time, baby girl, you stay safe out there, and thank you again for hopping on Not Rated Radio.
Thank you so much for having me. Oh my gosh.
Not a problem.
That cat hair totally just went.